A very important change is happening up in the air. The Chief Policy Officer at Paralyzed Veterans of America, Heather Ansley, is here to explain what does this new Department of Transportation rule do and what does it mean for the disabled community?
So right now, on the majority of larger single-aisle aircraft, passengers with disabilities do not have access to a lavatory in flight. It means that they have to dehydrate, fast for sometimes up to a day just to prepare for a flight. And it might mean that they even soil themselves during the flight because they don't have access to a lavatory.
Why is air travel so far behind with basic standards?
So some of the air travel in general just is not designed to accommodate the needs of most people with disabilities, particularly those who use assistive devices like wheelchairs. So if you're flying today on, a 737 Boeing aircraft, that's one of those that's a workhorse of the industry, and you're going to find limited accessibility in terms of the lavatory or even other features in the aircraft, and that's really because that the law that governs accessibility in air travel doesn't have a lot of requirements in terms of physical access to the vehicle, which is different than what we see in other modes of transportation.
What else needs to be done to ensure air travel is accessible?
So one of the great things is that the Department of Transportation does now have a rule that will require, in the future, larger single-aisle aircraft to have a fully accessible lavatory. That's a great first step, but more needs to be done. We're calling, as Paralyzed Veterans of America, for Congress to take action in the pending FAA reauthorization to ensure that there are meaningful reforms that will address some of the problems that passengers with disabilities face, such as damaged wheelchairs and assistance that's not properly trained that can result in injuries and even loss of life. So we need for viewers to reach out to their members of Congress, their representative, their two senators, and let them know that they want to see meaningful reform in the pending FAA Reauthorization Act. And we ask that they visit pva.org/air travel to learn more about those efforts.
We will get the message out, and we thank you so much for being with us.
Great. Well, thank you for your time today.
Go to businessfirstam.com for where to see our show on TV.